everyone, I'm Urban Girl and welcome to my channel. I'm out at my usual local woodlands where I love to come. I've come out today to set up the shelter and have a spot of lunch. First thing I did was set the chair up. There's a bit of debris round about here, just the usual, people coming and using the woods and not cleaning up, and definitely not leaving no trace. So I'm going to give that a wee bit of a tidy just to make myself feel better and to help the woodlands obviously. So I'm going to do that, but also I'm going to set the tarp up straight away just in case it rains. It's not forecast to rain. I've completely overpacked for today and brought the 2-man tent and the tarp as well. Just in case it was really buggy, I thought it would be really good to have the mesh tent with me, but I do think that the wind is just really going to stop them trying to get you because it's too windy for them. The winds are gusting nearly up to 20 miles an hour, so I think it's too windy for them to try and get you. But I'll find that out as I'm setting the tarp up. Once you start setting up, you can get that sense of whether or not you're being munched on by the midges. So yeah, let's get cracking, guys. Just got a couple of sticks to set up the front. It's highly probable and more than likely that this will be quite a short video because my phone has got memory storage problems and keeps switching off when I'm trying to do any video, so it'll probably be a wee short one and a wee quick one, guys, but believe you me, it'll probably be a lot longer for me out here. So I got a stick. The other one's a bit shorter, but it should do the job. I don't mind if it's slightly lower at one side. I'm just putting this into a wee point just to help bed it in a bit, because it is quite windy. I'm too far away from the other trees to tie it off to a tree, so I needed sticks. Probably a bad setup all round. I was going to go to a different bit, but hey ho, you make a decision, you've got to call it and work with what you've got because it's quite late. I came out quite late, I got up late, did the laundry and all that, and yeah, and then by the time I got all my kit organised, it ended up being about 1 o'clock before I left the house. So anyway, right, well, let's see if we can tie this up. Good, I'm happy with that side. Sorry guys, you didn't see that. Anyway, right, I've done that side, so let's do this next side. I'll bring you back in a minute once I've done it because I'm trying to save my guys. Tarp set up, let's get the inside. So I've cleared away some of the big sticks, pokey sticks, underneath, and I'm going to put down the DDXL magic carpet. I'll break that in a minute. Here we go. Cool. That's us set up, guys. And I might as well move my bike somewhere that I can see it. Right, let's get in the shelter, guys, and get organised for lunch. Right, so at the start of the video, guys, I said to you, you know, that there was a lot of debris lying about. People had been up here using the woods or whatever and not cleaning up after themselves. And certainly not leaving no trace, but actually it's a lot worse than that, and it has just dawned on me what has actually happened here. So I'm going to show you. It's just so sad, you know, what is wrong with people these days, that they can't, you know, that they have to get involved in such thuggery, because it really is nothing other than plain thuggery. There's no need for it, there was no reason for it whatsoever, and it most certainly did not happen naturally, and it just bamboozles me sometimes. So I'm going to show you the trees in this area and I'll explain what's happened, guys. So here we have one of these trees, the first tree here, and as you can see, quite a fair bit of fire damage on this tree. Again, these small trees round here, quite a bit of fire damage on them. And the tree that I'm actually next to, you can see has probably suffered the most damage right up its trunk, and even this tree over here that I'm also up against, a fair bit of damage really further up that tree, but nothing further down, which makes you really feel really puzzled. Anyway, then I noticed, this was what I was tidying away. So these pieces here, which I thought, well, they must be wood, because they certainly looked like wood, but then they've got massive, sorry that slipped there. Then they've got these massive bolts in them. Yeah, and so sorry about the camera slipping off there, guys, but And at first I thought, I mean, is that a bit of a car or something? Why is there big metal bolts in that? I mean, it's really, really, really heavy, which made me think it was metal. But no, it is actually wood. And now it's dawned on me, what's happened here is that somebody has set fire to the picnic bench that was here. Because I come to this area a lot, as you know, and I remembered that I was setting up for lunch and I thought, I could always go and chop stuff on that table. I look over in the direction where I think the table is, because that's usually over to that direction, and then I realise, no, I'm normally over there a bit, and I look over here towards the picnic bench. If I find a snapshot of the video that I've got of it, I'll show you guys, but anyway, it's irrelevant. I mean, what is wrong with people? Some people, I mean, it's complete and utter stupidity, and it's completely unnecessary. You know, why would you set something on fire unless you're nothing but a complete and utter thug? You know, I'm sorry guys, there's no excuse for it, there's no reason for it, and it really is dangerous. And you know, a woodland like this in the summer, okay, luckily we're in Scotland and the ground is never ever that dry, but I mean, seriously. Anyway, sorry guys, big rant over. I've set up my lunch, I've got my table and my windbreak and all that, and I've got my wee tiny BCB Fire Dragon gel stove. I dug it out of my kit. It's lying at the bottom of the cup. Well, it's not a cupboard, but I've got a kind of storage basket where I keep a lot of my stuff. It was lying away at the bottom of it, and I thought, do you know what, I'll drop that into my bag just in case, because I don't know if I've got the liquid fuel in the downstairs cupboard, which I was going to look for before I headed out. Of course, I forgot to look for it, so luckily I've got the Fire Dragon, so I'll get that set up. Everything's ready to go, and we're going to make this fish risotto, guys. So I can't wait. I'm quite hungry now. Let's get cracking. Right, hopefully that works, guys. I've tried to set it up so that you can see as much as possible of what I'm doing. So I've got the kettle set up here, the table. This is the Trangia cookset. And I've got some other wee bits and bobs in here as well. And I'll probably need to wear my glasses so that I can see what I'm doing. Because that's the way it rock and rolls when you get to my age. Right. Let's see what bits and bobs we've got in here that we needed. Yeah, great. I brought my knife for chopping, and I brought cutlery, wooden cutlery, and I also bought some cooking implements which I fashioned. As you can see, I put a wee handle on them, a wee paracord handle on them. So I've got a wee wooden spoon and a wee wooden spatula. If you want to know how I made these, it was a cheat and it was really easy. I went to the pound store and I bought a cheap wooden spoon and a cheap wooden spatula, and I shortened them down, and then I put a paracord handle on them. It wasn't my idea. I saw it on a video for a guy in Spain who was making lots of lovely recipes. He's an Irish guy, but he lives in Spain, and he was making loads of lovely recipes with the Trangia stove. But it was about 5 years ago, so I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but anyway, it was his idea, so I'm not going to claim it. So that just goes in there like that, as you know. I've also got a spare one there as well. And before we start the fire, I've got 2 spare in there, and I've got my lighter as well. So before we get started, we're going to prepare the ingredients. So this is a non-stick frying pan. This is the wee handle, which you just go like that to lift things up. You've probably seen this set loads of times anyway. That's the Trangia burner and the Trangia windshield. I obviously don't need that because I don't have any fuel with me for it. It also comes now with this plastic bag, because it says that you should keep the stove in there to stop it damaging your other cookware. So that's nice as well. And this is the bowl set that comes with it as well. So it's a really nice wee neat set and a really nice size. But I'll put that to one side because I don't need it, because I'm using this other stove. I will need that though. And I need to make sure I keep that. Now, that's alright, okay. I see what's happened. There's a wee dent in the frying pan. That was my fault because when I was packing my bag, stuff was getting dumped in the ground, and as you can see, it's damaged the frying pan slightly. So it's got a wee dent in it, but anyway, it won't affect it. Right, I can move that over there, make some space. Here's all the lunch kit. I've got it in a cool bag, because it was fresh food, so, well, some of it's fresh. So first of all, let's get a bit of olive oil in the pan. Don't need too much because it is a non-stick pan. Right, sorry guys, just checking the video is working okay before we start cooking. So before I light it, I've got some dry ingredients here, as well as some garlic, and I'm going to chop this garlic up to put in it, as well as I've got some salt and pepper in there and a Mediterranean spice which is good for fish. So before we do that, let's chop up the garlic. That's all biodegradable, it's food, so there's no harm to the environment from that. First time using this wee open all knife. I got it ages ago. I think my son got me, it was on my Christmas list, so I've not used it yet, but I'm very impressed with how sharp it is, guys. It's very, very sharp, so one to watch out for. And that was the only thing that I needed a knife for, so I can put that away again. do need the knife for one more thing, which is to open the fish. So what I've got here, guys, is a bit of Scottish halibut. It's fresh. I've joined a fish box company and I get it delivered every Friday, and it's all sorts of local fish that you get, so stuff that doesn't normally get its way to the supermarket. So let's get that in the pan. Oh shit, that was silly. Right, luckily no harm done, guys. No harm done. There's a wee bit of dirt on it, but it's not bad. Not too bad. Oh well, it's a bit bad there, but never mind. I can always cut that bit off. Yeah, I must be down a hill, that's the problem. I'm at an angle, which is why it fell off. I'm going to try cutting that bit off, and I'm holding on to the stove so it doesn't fall. I should have probably tasted that before I did this. It was very silly. I'm just going to keep it like that because I don't really want to, I want to make sure that I can get this fish cooked with this fire dragon. Right, that's a bit better. I'm just going to put a wee bit more olive oil in it. Okay, so straight off the bat I can tell you I don't like this I do think it is flimsy. A lot of people did say it was flimsy, and yeah, I agree. I think it's a bit flimsy. But I understand why they made it like that. But it is a bit annoying. And I better move my... So let's get the herbs on it into the pot. And we'll get some of the other ingredients out that we're going to need. It's really probably just a bit too high, that flame. So everything's cooking pretty quickly, as you can see. I probably really need the bigger pot. So I might transfer it into the bigger pot now, guys, because I've still got the rice to put in. Right, here we go. Get that on there and we'll get this rice in it. And let's put the garlic in. So put this garlic in. If I need to put in another gel, I will. So let's get the garlic in. Get the rice in. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of water in it. I probably will need to put on another gel, but that rice is already cooked, so Yeah, I need another gel. We're out of fire. Right, just checking the video, guys. And I'll get another bit of gel, fire gel in here. So let's get this place washed up. Hello. Right, another wee bit of liquid, guys, I think, just to make sure. Just to give that rice something to cook in without burning, hopefully. We'll see. Right, the fire's going to start going. Hopefully this is going to cook down a bit. Got the rice in there. Fish is cooked. That's the skin, don't need it. Biodegradable. Okay, so for a minute, we'll just put the wee lid on it. Just like that, that'll do for a minute. Right, I've moved the camera back round. Man, that was stressful, wasn't it? Anyway, no, it was fine. Right, let's keep an eye on it. That's it, it's coming to a nice boil. We still get plenty of fuel in there, I think, so I'm going to put a wee bit more water in it and then we'll finish it off, guys. I mean, it is a risotto I'm making, so it should be quite soupy consistency-ish, I hope. I mean, that's the thing when you're out in the woods, when you're out, whether you're backpacking, camping, whatever it is you're doing, when you're cooking with stoves, it's much harder. You can't control the heat, so unless it's gas, obviously, which you can control, but most of the other fuels, you can't control the heat, so you've got to try and cook it ever the best you can. So I've put in another fair bit of water, but what I'm doing is I'm keeping the lid off, and that'll help some of the water evaporate. But that hopefully, man, this looks like tons of food. It's only one wee bit of rice and one wee bit of fish. Right, it's looking good, guys, and we're getting to the end. We're getting to the end of that cube, so now I'm going to put in the final ingredient, which is a bit of boursin. So a wee bit of boursin, and that makes up gives it a really nice flavour. So I'm going to mix in the boursin, and hopefully we'll be done. So there we go, guys. A nice creamy garlic and herb fish risotto in the woods. How good does that look? Right, let's tuck in, guys. The fire's out now anyway. And I've got my wee table mat thing here that I'll use. And my wooden cutlery. So yeah, as I say, I'm not too sure about them. To me, they feel a bit flimsy. They feel a wee bit flimsy. Bon appetit, guys. Let's see what this tastes like. Hopefully lovely. So yeah, the ingredients, which you could see I flung in very quickly and made a right mess, but hey ho, it's all food, it's all biodegradable. Was some peas, frozen peas, some fresh sweet corn, a wee tiny bit of pak choy. Whew. Some of those Mediterranean spices, some sliced garlic, and that lovely piece of Scottish fish, which I've already forgotten. I think it was halibut, wasn't it? Yeah, halibut, Scottish halibut. And then at the end, just finish it off with some
cream cheese. Brussels. I mean, it's really, really tasty, guys. You really should try it, and it's so easy to cook. I mean, you can't get any easier than that. You can obviously put onions in as well, but I try not to eat onions anymore. Well, there we go, guys. I'm all packed up and ready to go. That's everything squared away. I've just got my tripod, stick my jacket on in my bag, and that's me, I'm off. Thanks again for watching my channel. I really appreciate all your views and support and all your comments, guys. I want to leave you with a final thought in case you were losing faith in humanity after my wee thuggery rant. I just want to shout out to the random stranger who, on the way to the park, I was on my bike and he shouted something from the side of the street and I couldn't quite hear him. I'm a bit deaf, but I knew that he'd said something like bag. Anyway, he did shout, your bag's open, hen. And so I stopped in the street because I thought, no, he's shouting something at me. I looked round and my backpack was open, which would have meant that the Trangia set would have fallen out. So, you know, there's kindness out there, guys, and that's really what we have. Be kind to each other and everyone that you meet. It doesn't cost anything, and it'll be paid back in dividends to, you know, your well-being in your life. So anyway, I'm just an urban girl out having a bit of fun.